become a challenge because, the pace at which we are growing versus the pace at which we can add infrastructure, there is a huge mismatch. So one of the things that Telangana government has been espousing and has been promoting is tier 2 towns like Warangal, like Karimnagar, Nizamabad, Nalgonda, Mehboob Nagar. We have really built plug-and-play infrastructure there, and we've been promoting tier 2 towns in a big way. Our goal is to create 50,000 jobs in tier 2 towns in the next 5 years. And we already have had good response from Tech Mahindra, from Cyient, from Mindtree. And yesterday, in fact, Genpact came forward to set up an office in Warangal. Ravi, since you are from this part of the world, I urge you, I implore you to also consider expanding into tier 2 towns so that our youngsters from those towns also get wonderful opportunities. So I urge MassMutual India to start looking at tier 2 options as well. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Good luck.
Thank you so much, sir, for the deeply inspirational and thought-provoking speech. We're given to understand that our guest of honor has some prior commitments. So in the interest of time, we'll request our guest of honor as well as the chief guests to cut the ribbon and formally announce the launch of MassMutual India office. May we request the ribbon to be brought up here? We have a classic style of ribbon, the MassMutual India. May I request the leaders of MassMutual India also to join us on the stage, please? Yes, please. Manoj Vallam, Head of HR for ETX, please join us on the stage. All the other leadership from MassMutual India.
So is there like a procedure top to bottom or bottom up or what? Bottom up. Okay? All right, cheers. And some of you guys to join me. Yeah.
Sachin Rajesh.
Manoj. By the way, each of you is paying $1,000 fine after this because you're not. Thanks, Ravi. That was unique.
Thank you, everyone. May I request the other guests to be kindly seated, please. May I now request our chief guest, Shri Joel Riffman, to speak a few words with this gathering. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you. I'm also honored to share the stage with my good friends, the Honorable KTR Rao, and of course, Principal Secretary Jayesh Ranjan, who really are the architects of Telangana's prosperity and real problem solvers because, I've worked all around the world and, there are other places where you call the government for help, an American firm needs, and there's a very long phone line. And here, there is immediate results and common sense problem solving. So I'm very grateful for that. And I also understand that I'm addressing MassMutual folks in Cluj and in Bucharest. And Bucharest was my first assignment, so bună dimineața. And but I just want to congratulate MassMutual. From 1851, a legacy company, and it joins over 140 U.S. firms in Hyderabad. And so I think it's really just great. And so, I know I'm being redundant on many of the themes espoused here, but if you read this week's India Today, they rate the states, and if you look at the state with the best economy, the large state, it is Telangana. And so It's really quite astonishing that since Telangana's inception in 2014, there have been, correct me if I'm wrong, $33 billion in foreign investment here. And you really see that. You see it even during the lockdown. Infrastructure continued to get built, and that's extremely impressive. And this is now the number 4 locomotive of India's economy, accounting for 5% of GDP. So it's really really tremendous. And so, again, I want to thank you because this represents a broader theme in that you have a growing U.S.-India partnership. There are 4 million Indian Americans, and so you see that interchange, and so much of what we're doing, and so much of what happens in Hyderabad, because Hyderabad is a microcosm of the relationship. So the cooperation in defense, where you have Boeing and Tata, and Boeing and Lockheed in partnership with Tata. You have in pharmaceuticals, a third of the world's vaccines are made here in Hyderabad. And of course, in IT and IT services with marquee companies like Amazon and Facebook and Microsoft having their largest footprint outside the United States right here in Hyderabad. So I've really enjoyed it. And so people who look at India broadly, I'll just conclude with this, there is Hyderabad, I really try and work to push Hyderabad's identity every day. And I'll tell you why. Because people who look at India in a glancing blow can't distinguish Hyderabad geographically or in time. And what does that mean? Because I'm recruiting people to work here, and so they say, oh, well, it's crowded and polluted, and it's like, no, do your homework on Hyderabad. Yeah, that I can't say, or they'll say, well, Hyderabad, there's nothing there. There's pearls and biryani. And I'm like, no, that's 40 years ago. And so it's a continual education, it's a continual education project, but having great companies like MassMutual here join all the other great American companies who are here. We're very pleased, and the story of Hyderabad and Telangana is certainly growing. So thank you very much. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you, Mr. Joel, for sharing those wonderful words with us. We'll now felicitate our chief guest here, Shri KTR Garu. And I think I'm understanding that he'll have to leave. Yeah, so we'll do the honors to felicitate our guest of honor. May I request Ravi to do the honors, please.